Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today, I just want to do a quick video about how to use the products from the Curl Haven or the way that I like to use them. Featured today will be the Water Me Mist, the Touche Hair and Body Whipped Cream, and a new product that we'll be releasing this weekend, our Honey Rose Defining Snot. So I like to start by sectioning the hair into 4 sections, as you can see. And this section is about how much I would like to use if I was doing like a braid out. Depending on the length of the hair and the hair texture, that would be the deciding factor in how much hair you want to use or the look. For her, I like to do a little bit looser curls. I don't want it too tight. I don't want it too small or too big. So I just take a good section. But what I'm doing for her is some box braids because she's going to school, so she needs something that's gonna last, and of course she has to look at the camera because she's nosy. So what I'm doing now is I'm pinning the rest up so I can go ahead and start on this section. So first, this is the Water Me Mist. This spray attracts moisture, and I did want to start on dry hair, which I did. I typically like to do this because it's easier to manage, and it's better as far as the volume of the hair. So with this mist, you want to spray it on if you're styling and brush it through with a detangling brush. I like to use a Denman. Then I take the Touche Hair and Body Whipped Cream, and we did get new packaging, so this is our old packaging. A small amount goes a long way. So what you need to do is rub that together in your hands to kind of melt it a little bit, and then rub it through. Focus on the ends, as this is the oldest part of the hair, so you need to make sure that part is absolutely as moisturized as you can get it. And then brush through. If you need to use more product, you can. And then I like to comb through after I've already detangled with the brush just to make sure everything is very smooth. So as you can see, she's got a lot of definition just using the spray and the butter. Now we're about to follow up with our gel. This gel will come in small packages because it does have a shelf life of about 2 months, and a little goes a long way. It defines as well as adds shine, locks in moisture. So it's a really good product for styling, doing any type of braid outs, or even a wash and go. With her, I don't like to do wash and goes because she is hard on the style, but look at that definition. It's beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and comb that through just to make sure all the product is saturated through the hair and on the end. So you can either leave it like that or proceed to style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of braids just so you guys can kind of see how I flow with it. And then I'll slow it down and walk you through how I do a braid out and how I unravel. so here I am rehydrating her hair with the Water Me Mist. And again, we are brushing through. Make sure you do brush thoroughly through each product that you put on. Also, make sure you pay special attention to the ends with anything you do because they are the most oldest part of the hair and the most prone to breakage. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it would be like if you were doing a braid out. And if you guys do want a more extensive video on this, of course, let me know. And I'll go ahead and work on getting that out to you. So you see here, of course, I'm rubbing all the products through. And then I like to go through with a comb only after I brush. And I don't brush on dry hair ever. Because, you know, that creates breakage. And I typically don't use combs unless I'm doing this or the part. And if you were doing a braid out, I like clean parts, but typically for a braid out, you don't have to have clean parts just because once you unravel, I like to go through and pick the root so it doesn't look so spacey. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through with that defining snot, and as you can see, her curls are very shiny, very moisturized, and again, we did start on dry hair. And look at that. And it gives a lot of definition without giving like a crunchy hold. And then her hair, you see how it bounces and it's nice and hydrated. So that's what you want. Shrinkage means healthy hair. So you want to make sure all the sections that you use are even or as even as you can get them. Once you start braiding down or twisting down, you'll understand why. It's much easier when all the sections are uniform, and it also creates a more defined look. So we're gonna go ahead and braid that down. It is gonna look kind of awkward because I'm trying to show you how to braid, because I know some people don't know how to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and braid that down. And of course, she kept leaning her head back, so I kept pushing her head forward. And then comb through the ends. You see here, I did kind of mess up the braids, so make sure when you're combing through, you be gentle and you don't do that, because it can kind of affect the definition. Not too much, so if it happens, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. And then you see here, take the ends and you comb them through, and if you need to put a little bit more product on the end, you can, and then wrap it on your finger. That way you have that perfect coil. And then once it's dry, always make sure the style is dry before you unravel any type of braid out, twist out. If you do not, it will be horrible. So what we're doing now is we're basically reverse braiding it. So you're taking the ends, finding where the pieces separate, and braid it the opposite way up. So that way when you are unraveling the hair, it doesn't mess up any of the definition. If you do try to run your fingers through it like you're taking out some box braids, it is not going to be a good look. And you see there, I'm separating a piece of hair that got stuck with another one, so that way we can make sure there are no snags. And then, yeah, you just continue the process until you get to the root. Okay. So once you get that unraveled, I like to separate naturally. And what I mean by that is I run my finger, like the pad of my finger, down the length of the section. So that way it can separate itself naturally. And then I wrap the ends around my fingers so that they are more defined. So let me know, like I said, if you want another extensive video on doing a braid out or a twist out. Let me know what you want to see. The gel will be available on Saturday, October 17th for purchase on the website at thecurlhavenshop.com. And we will also be unraveling some new bundle deals for our existing products as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. And here's the finished look. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.